Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to try out the new Tilbury Nudes collection. So they sent me very kindly the, what is it called? Oh no, I had that sideways. Beautiful, fantastic. The Nudegasm face palette. We have the Super Nudes eye palette. We have 5 lipsticks and then a Super Nudes liner duo. So I'm not going to waffle, I'm just going to get stuck in because I've been dying to try this out. We'll start off with the Nudegasm face palette. Like, look, packaging is there's me on the front. That's the palette inside. Oh, she's just beautiful. Super Sculpt, Soft Sculpt, and the Super Glow Multi Glow. I just put foundation on, as you can see. I used the Penneys one. I have a video on that, I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. Let's start with this shade. I remember when they brought out the Glowgasm palettes, they had obviously like a similar formula where you had to work it to get the product out, but it's a product that you can build on. So I'm going to see, it doesn't pick up a huge amount of product, so we'll see. No, see, I really like that already. But I really like the tone of that. You do have to swirl your brush around quite a bit to get the product out, but now I think what I'll do is I'll try this on this side and I'll try that shade on the other side so we can see. This is going to sound controversial, but I don't always like products that are really pigmented, especially when it comes to the face products, because I am a little bit inclined sometimes to over apply my product. Okay, I do it all the time. So having something that you can build upon, I think it just makes it more user friendly. What I usually do is when it comes to blending is whatever I've used to apply my foundation with, I just bring it over the edges and it just softens everything. That is the Super Sculpt. Let's go in with the Soft Sculpt. I'm going to use this little complexion brush from Tilbury that I found when I was looking for clean brushes. So I'm going to use this shade on the other side of my face. Again, that is really nice. Whenever you're applying your contour, a good tip that I've learned years ago, and sometimes I remember to do it, sometimes I don't. So when you're applying the contour, to push up, like not to bring it down, because it will give you an absolute 5 o'clock shadow. That's what you want, go for it, do whatever you want. I do think when it comes to formulas like this that are quite kind of hard, there is no fallout whatsoever when I'm swirling the brush around, but I think with formulas like that, a more dense brush is better at picking up the product, in my opinion. I applied loads of product there. See, this is what I do. I really like the tone of these. Do you know, they're quite cool toned, they're not warm. Blend everything, just the edges. I'm trying not to go over the actual colour itself. I'm going to just stick a little bit of a blush on, and I'm going to use the Pillow Talk while we're here. Find a little bit of a something, because you know what, I'm so pale at the moment that I need all of the facial colour that I can, because otherwise I could just look really washed out. I just want to put the barest amount of blush on, and now we're going to go in. I'm going to do this side on one side, or this shade on one side. Am I taking up too much? Probably. I should use the mirror. Oh, I actually thought that was going to be more pigmented than what it is. It's really nice though. It's like nice and subtle. Okay, because I've tried shades like this in the past from different brands, and I think most recently it was the Luna by Lisa. She brought out a blush. Now this is a highlight, but she brought out a blush that had these tones in it but had like a lot of gold shimmer, and when I applied it you couldn't actually see the blush part, all you could see was shimmer, and it was just too dark on my skin tone. But that is lovely. That is really nice and subtle, which I like. I miss subtle, so I'm going to use the other side of the brush. Let's see what happens here. That's lovely. See, that's my type of highlight. That is just shimmery, sheeny, that isn't too metallic. I just think I am genuinely too old for the really metallic highlighters. That's super nice. Okay, so far it's just Trace and Pressed. I think they've gone on really nicely. I think they've blended really nicely as well, really evenly. But as I said, these are formulas that you would need to kind of build up. And now I'm going to use the Super Nudes Easy Eyeshadow Palette. And I just wanted to show you the little insert. So it tells you what each shade can be used for. But when it comes to makeup, you can do whatever you want with, oh wait, sorry, there. But when it comes to makeup, you can use these shades however you want. But I just really like the fact that she has it laid out. So it's like there are two different looks. So you have Prime, Enhance, Smoke and Define, Prime, Enhance, Smoke and Define. So it's like a daytime look and then a nighttime look, all with like really soft nude shades. Okay, I'm dying to try these because I really love, you know, her long eyeshadow palettes, they're V nice. So I might try, actually, like, try and do 2 different looks. When I say 2 different looks, I am very basic when it comes to my makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. This is just how I would use this palette myself. So I think I'll use these 3 shades on one eye, those shades on the other eye, and see what happens. So we'll start with the prime one. See what that looks like. It's kind of like a soft peachy, is it? Okay, so it's like a soft peachy shade. I needed to apply it with my finger to see the finish properly. It has a slight sheen to it. I really like that myself. See, I love a wash of colour shade like that. It's really easy to wear, flattering. I've done this backwards, so that's the Prime Enhance Smoke shade. So really easy to wear shades, nothing too kind of in your face. So I'm going to use the Smoke one, or sorry, the Define one here shade, this shade. There is a bit of fallout when you use it with the fluffy brush. It's going to bring it to the outer corner and then into the crease. That applies really nicely. I think eyeshadow palettes can look different in terms of swatch if you use your fingers compared to when you use a brush. So that's why I like doing demos like this, so you can kind of see. And also, this is the eye that I had the cataract done on. So I haven't worn like a huge amount of makeup on it, like just dusting shades. Oh, I really like that. I actually really like that shade loads. So do you know what I'm going to do? Go in with that, just that first shade, just to smoke that out a little bit. And this is the day look, and I'm going to make it demented. I'm going to just go wild. Let's take an angled brush on that smoke shade, because I'm just going to keep it nice and soft. I like doing this, I think I've mentioned here a few times that I don't tend to wear eyeliner. I will wear it like every so often, but not on a regular basis. So what I like to do is take a darker eyeshadow like this and apply it as if it was a liner. It just gives a softer look. Okay, I'll put on mascara at the end. I just want to show you the two the eyes whenever they're both done. So let's go in with the other side. Actually, let me do a quick swatcheroo. Try to do it in the right order. Nothing's really happening on that middle shade. I can kind of see it a little bit. I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush with the prime shade. Yeah, good bit of fallout on that, just so you know. And this is doing nothing other than, if you had an eyeshadow primer, it's setting it. It doesn't seem to be giving any colour at all. It's like just like a pressed powder, like a bone colour, but very pale. Now we're going to go in with that there. Sorry, that shade there. Okay, it's picking up more on the brush here. Okay, that's okay. Like, it's picking it up, okay? I'm going to pick up more, and I'm going to see if I can put it into my crease. Oh, it seems to be like a bit of fallout here on the outer corner. This is definitely more of, it's a builder-upper. Trying to think of nice things. And it is, it's more of like a taupey shade, like more of a contour shade. It just seems to be a little bit choppy on this, like, whereas this side blended out a lot easier. This, I feel like it's patchy. Oh, I'm gonna have to clear up here. It's just messy. Maybe it's the brush. Yeah, no, I don't like that shade. I'm trying to make it work, but nothing is happening too much. I suppose it's like one of those shades that is setting the foundations for the black shade, maybe. I don't know, I just think that's real, like, wah, wah, wah. So I'm going to take this on like a flat eyeshadow brush, because I don't want this to go everywhere, but I don't think it's going to go everywhere because nothing seems to be coming off on my brush. Oh, this is just disappointing. No, this is not my favourite eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use that same brush that I used to pack on the second colour, just on the edges. If you go over the black shade too much, it basically takes it all away. It's just so fun. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just soften the edges, and then I'm going to go back in with a different brush. Like, it's nice, but it's like when you look at that and you see a matte black, you think, oh, that's going to be very sexy. I'm tapping it off. I don't know why. There's nothing to tap off. Okay, that's a bit more like it. This is like a roller coaster of emotions, isn't it, when you're trying out like new products like this? It applies much better with a pencil brush. Okay, what I'm going to do is apply mascara, because that might help solve the problems of the world. They sent a new Pillow Talk mascara. I really like it. It is a little bit fiddly to get used to because the brush is different to a lot of other mascaras, but once you get the hang of it, that's it there. I have a blog post on this with a review. I will leave it linked below. I think my office is getting a little bit brighter, so I'm just going to change the camera settings so you can see this a little bit better. These are the eyes. Just patchy. It's just not what it could be. Let's use the Super Nudes Liner Duo because this has two ends. Brighten Illuminator on one side. It's like a creamy shade. And then it has the Enhance Magnifier on this side. Nice. So let's apply the cream side onto this side of my eyes. Okay, I have to hold my breath because I don't want to poke myself in the eye. I don't like this. I feel like her other one, the other liner that Charlotte Tilbury has of this, I feel like that's a bit creamier than this. It's just not black enough. I'm not mad on either side, and I've just realised now, looking close into the mirror, I look like I have a big bag or bruise here. That is just the eyeshadow from earlier. Do you know what though? For a couple of eyeshadows that didn't have much pigmentation, pigmentation's all here. Okay, let's just forget about the eyes and the face. Let's do lipsticks. There are 5 Super Nudes in the collection, and I'm gonna go and try them all. So this first one is called Cover Star. Okay, let me show you a swatch. It's very pale. It's like a caramel nudie shade. A shade like this is very pale on somebody like me. I think I would need a lip liner or maybe a darker lipstick with this pressed on the centre, but that's what that looks like anyway. Feels really, really nice. It's like a sepia colour almost on me. Why did my voice go like that? Okay, the next shade is called Catwalking. Oh, that looks nice. Sorry, I need to see it. That's it there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, that's pretty. I like this shade. It still has those brown kind of undertones, but a bit more caramelly. Obviously it's darker than the first one, but that's lovely. That's kind of like a 90s lip, isn't it? So that's the shade Catwalking on the hand and on the lips. Next up we have the shade Runway Royalty. I find that really hard to say. I keep saying Runway Royalty. That's what that looks like. Let me do a swatch on my hand. That has like dusky pink undertones to it. That is a gorgeous kind of pinky nude. I really like that. It actually looks darker. Does it? No. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Thought it looked darker on my hand compared to my lips. I have a mirror kind of here as well that I'm looking at myself in. But that's really nice. Really comfortable. They're all really, really comfortable on the lips so far. So that is the shade Runaway Royalty. Leave me a comment below. Are you able to say that properly? This shade is called Supermodel. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? My camera cut off. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this too. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I think that's another 90s lip. Do I look like a supermodel? Anyway, that's what Supermodel looks like. The hand on the lips. Actually, this shade with this eye is really nice. And the last shade is Super Fabulous. Let's have a look. Oh, isn't that stunning? Now this is the 90s lip. Oh God, every time when I put a lip on I'm like, is this the 90s? No, this is the 90s lip. This kind of reminds me of Glowing Jen. Remember from the Hollywood, was that the Hollywood collection? Hollywood lips. I feel like I have applied all of the makeup. So in a roundup I would give the palette a miss. I just think that there are better palettes from Charlotte Tilbury that perform better, that you don't have to work as hard with. And like, no. Like that side's fine, that side, it's a no from me. It's a no from me when it comes to the eyeliner. I love the face palette. I think that is gorgeous. It is spendy, it's like €75. And the lipsticks, love them all except for the first one. Just in terms of the shade, it just doesn't suit me. It's too pale for me, but I think the other shades are beautiful. Hopefully this video helped you decide what to pick up from the Super Nudes collection if you're thinking about getting something. If you do pick up the eyeshadow palette, and if you have better luck with it than I did, let me know. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave everything linked below, like different videos, blog posts, the products linked themselves if you want to pick anything up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, goodbye. What is this?